Om Shanti and a very good morning. Today's Murli is dated 22nd March 1982, and the title of today's Murli is BapDada Meeting the Children Who Have a Right to the Authority of Ruling and the Authority of Religion. Is someone displaying the Murli?
Yes, give me a second.
Yeah, yeah, yes. So today's Murli dated 22nd March 1982. The title is BapDada Meeting the Children who have a right to the authority of ruling and the authority of religion. BapDada is seeing all his children who have all rights. There is a praise of you elevated souls having both authorities in your hands, the authority of ruling and the authority of religion. This praise is remembered of your future reward. However, the basis of your future reward is your present elevated life. BapDada is looking at all you children everywhere to see to what extent you have attained the authority of ruling and the authority of religion. It is at this time that you souls fill yourselves with these sanskars. Those who are kings now will have a right to the kingdom in the future. Souls who are embodiments of dharna at this time will attain the authority of religion. Therefore, to what extent has each of you imbibed both authorities in yourself? The authority of ruling means to be an embodiment of all rights. A soul who has the authority of ruling will, through all having all rights, be able to use all his physical and subtle powers as and when he wants. This authority is the sign of the authority of ruling. The second sign of those who have the authority of ruling is that they will have every task carried out with law and order. To have the authority of ruling means to have the power to sustain your subjects as their father and mother. To have the authority of ruling means to have the power to sustain your subjects as their mother and father. The authority of ruling means to be always full of everything oneself and also to keep others full. So, one who has the authority of ruling means to be always full of everything by one's own self and also to keep others full. To have the authority of ruling means, in particular, to have all attainments, that is, to have happiness, peace, bliss, and love, to be full of the treasures of all virtues. It means to be full of all treasures oneself and to keep everyone else full. Have you become souls who have the authority of ruling? That is, have you become souls who have all rights? Does each one of you experience yourself to have the speciality of giving sustenance, the same as the mother and father? Let all souls who have a relationship or any contact with you experience you to be their elevated ancestor souls. Let all souls who have a relationship or any contact with you experience you to be their elevated ancestor souls. Let them feel that it is through you souls that they will attain true love and make progress in their lives. Because it is only by being given sustenance that someone can experience love and make progress in his life. It is by receiving sustenance that souls become worthy. Just as a small child develops courage to reach the destination of his life through the sustenance he receives, similarly, by receiving such spiritual sustenance, weak souls become embodiments of power. They too develop the courage to reach their destination at a fast speed. They constantly experience plenty of true love from the Father, the ocean of love, as their sustenance. Baba asks, do you experience yourself as having these signs of the authority to rule in this way? Have the sanskars of dependency been transformed so that you experience yourself to have the sanskars of having all rights? Have you filled yourself with the sanskars of the authority of ruling? Is it that the signs will be visible here, or will they be revealed in the future? There is one more specialty of those who have the authority of ruling. Do you know what it is? It is to have a constant and united kingdom, that is, sovereignty. This is the praise that you sing of your kingdom, is it not? Do you also check the signs of your authority to rule to see whether all of these signs are constant and unwavering? Your authority never wavers, does it? If at one moment you have all rights and the next moment you are dependent, would that be said to be unbroken? Through this, you can know yourself as to what your reward will be. Am I one who has a right to the kingdom, or am I one who will be a part of the kingdom? Am I one who has the right to the kingdom, or am I one who will be part of the kingdom? In the same way, to have the authority of religion means to experience yourself to be a soul who has the power of dharana within you. For instance, to experience yourself to have the power of the dharana of purity. With the power of purity, you become constantly and supremely worthy of being worshipped. With the power of purity, you transform the impure world. The power of purity cools down souls who are burning in the fire of vices. The power of purity liberates souls from the bondage of their sinful actions of many births. The power of purity gives sightless souls the third eye. The power of purity enables support to be given to the structure of this world to prevent it from falling. It is on the basis of the pillars of purity that the world is given a little support from the Copper Age onwards. Purity is the crown of light. In this way, the dharana of purity is the authority of religion. In the same way, let the dharana and speciality of every virtue be merged in the soul. This is known as having the authority of religion. Let the dharana and speciality of every virtue be merged in the soul. This is known as having the authority of religion. To have the authority of religion means to have the authority of dharana. Have you become such souls who have the authority of dharana? There are two specialities of religion. The authority of religion easily transforms the self and others. The authority of religion easily transforms the self and others. The power of transformation would be very clear. Throughout the cycle, look at the speciality of all the souls who came down with the authority of religion. Their speciality was to transform human souls from being ordinary human beings. They were transformed into Buddhists, Christians, or into belonging to some other sect. However, they were transformed. Therefore, the authority of religion means to have the authority to bring about transformation, first of all, in one's own self, and then into others. The second speciality of those with the authority of religion is firmness. They are not those who fluctuate, only with the power to remain firm are you able to bring about transformation. Only with the power to remain firm are you able to bring about transformation. No matter whether there is assault, defamation, or opposition, you have to remain firm in your dharma. No matter whether there is assault, defamation, or opposition, you have to remain firm in your dharma. These are the specialities of those who have the authority of religion. Those who have the authority of religion will be humble in every act they perform. To the extent that they are full of their dharana of virtues, that is, to the extent that they are embodiments of the fruit of their virtues, they will accordingly also be full of humility. To the extent that they are full of their dharanas of virtues, that is, to the extent that they are embodiments of the fruit of their virtues, they will accordingly also be full of humility. It is through their stage of humility that they are able to reveal every virtue. One who has the power of the dharana of all the different virtues of the Brahmin clan means to be one who has the authority of religion. So, have you souls filled yourselves with both sanskars of the authority of ruling and the authority of religion? Is there a balance of the two? Today, BapDada was looking at the charts of all you children to see to what extent you have all rights to the authority of religion and the authority of ruling. Are you number wise or are all of you the same? Can each one of you know what your number is? All of you sitting here are kings, are you not? You are those who create subjects, are you not? You yourselves are not subjects, are you? Therefore, all of you have to make yourselves into those who have the authority of ruling and the authority of religion. Do you understand what the signs are of those who belong to the ruling clan? Those from the Delhi and Maharashtra zones are sitting here. Those who live in the capital should also have a right to the kingdom, should they not? And those from Maharashtra will become great. To be great means to have a right to the kingdom. Therefore, the great elevated souls from both places have come here. What will the foreigners become? Those with a kingdom or those who simply look at the kingdom? What will the foreigners become? You will go ahead of everyone, will you not? Baba asked the foreigners. Acha, to those who have all rights to the authority of ruling and the authority of religion, to those who make themselves full and make others the same, to the elevated souls who, with the power of transformation, transform themselves and transform the world, to the pure souls who are praised and worshipped throughout the whole cycle, to the souls who are embodiments of all virtues and who, with their virtue of purity, make everyone virtuous. BapDada's love, remembrance, and namaste. To those who have all rights to the authority of ruling and the authority of religion, to those who make themselves full and make others the same, to the elevated souls who, with the power of transformation, transform themselves and transform the world, to the pure souls who are praised and worshipped throughout the whole cycle, to the souls who are embodiments of all virtues and who, with their virtue of purity, make everyone virtuous, BapDada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And from us children, love, remembrance, and namaste to our dear sweet BapDada. BapDada meeting groups bring about transformation in yourself according to the time. Now, according to the time, the speed of transformation has to be fast. Since time is moving fast, if those who are bringing about transformation don't move fast, then the time will change, but the weaknesses will still remain in them. What symbol is used to portray souls who have weaknesses? A bow and arrow. Do you want to become one with a bow and arrow, or under one, or one under the canopy? Do you want to become one with a bow and arrow, or do you want to become one under the canopy? You want to become part of the dynasty, do you not? Baba is asking. You want to become part of the Sun dynasty, to be Suryavanshi, do you not? The sun is always bright and does everything at a fast speed. In comparison to the sun, the moon is shown to be very cool. Therefore, you mustn't be cool in your efforts. If you remain cool in your efforts, you become part of Moon dynasty. That is, you become Chandravanshi. The sign of those of the Sun dynasty is that they make intense effort. They do something as soon as they think of it. It isn't that you think about something this year and do it next year. Intense effort means to be in the flying stage. The time for the stage of ascent is now over. You have been shown a very good way to move up. Simply remember the gift of one expression. What is that? That is my Baba, Mera Baba. This one expression is such a lift that you can go to the top from down below in a second. This one expression of Mera Baba, my Baba, is it's such a lift that you can go to the top from down below in a second. Do you not know how to use this lift? Since it is now time to use the lift, why do you still climb the stairs? There is no tiredness in using a lift. As soon as you think of it, you arrive there. So Baba asks, who are you? The lift is of just one expression. You don't need to think a lot. Just the one expression, the one number will enable you to arrive there. Since you say my, that is Mera Baba, and I, that is me. Since you say that I and my is merged, in that, use this easy lift, and to those who use it will reach there. Whereas those who simply look and think about it will be left behind. So now become an embodiment of the awareness of this one expression and become a constantly powerful soul. Constantly move forward at every step and also enable others to move forward. To the extent that you yourself are full, to that extent you will be able to make others full. Constantly move forward at every step and also enable others to move forward. And to the extent that you yourself are full, to that extent, you will be able to make others full. Acha, Om Shanti. Let's take a couple of moments in silence to reflect on the learnings of this Murli and then come back ready to share. Okay, you can now unmute yourself and be ready to share.
Om Shanti Vimesh Bhai.
Om Shanti.
Once again, I think it's like as if Baba is spelling out the constitution of the Brahmin clan, the future Brahmin clan, who are going to be what we call it as in political power. Though Baba has used the word authority for ruling, like it's like a political power, like as if the elections are on and Baba is giving what are the prerequisites for you. So I think really we have to study one authority at a time. Because if you see the ruling authority, it's just talking about what will be the authority of the kings of the future. So we know a king is a king who works according to the constitution. That's what they say, according to law and order. So here Baba also tries to bring all those kind of physical things or a physical constitution over here. And a king is somebody who's got the crown of responsibility also on his head. He's a double crowned one. Is of course crown of purity, but there is a crown of responsibility. So I was just thinking one word to just take in for this authority of ruling would just be I am a Pujya Atma. I am an ancestor soul. I was the one who donned the throne of the kingdom, and I shall do now. That was one authority. Second was Baba speaks about sustenance. How can a king who cannot take care of his subjects, who cannot sustain, like a mother and father who cannot take care, how can they take care of the children? I think I just could catch in only so much. There was many more points. But there was one thing which I had a doubt here. In the first paragraph, Baba is saying, those who are kings now will have a right to kingdom of the future. Now, what does that now mean? Confluence age. Just that one thing, if you clarify. Otherwise, as I told you, I'm still only in the ruling authority. But what does this sentence mean? Those who are kings now. Now, there are no kings in the confluence age. So, what is that sentence? Those who are kings now will have a right to the kingdom in the future.
If I understand it right, Iljaben, it is being a king in the embodiment of virtues and values. So practicing going beyond vices and working on your virtues and values, elevating yourself in that space is what Baba would mean by saying you become king over here right now, like you asked in the confluence age.
May I add on one more reflection on this?
Yeah, yeah, please.
So, king now could also be being completely self sovereign, taking charge of all the karma that we're doing here and taking charge of all the acts that we are doing with all our organs and checking that we are following the dharnas that Baba has given on Srimad. And so, self sovereign is the space that we create for ourselves in confluence age, and that will allow us to be the king in the golden age. That's one reflection that I was getting while the journey is going on.
Hmm.
So, can I say that if I am able to sit on my throne, or what Baba says, Brikiti may, if you're able to sit there, if you're able to really conquer, the king means conquer my physical organs, so like I'm a king of the self. So, can we say that Dharna also when he meant kings now?
Yes, Rakiben, if you can answer that.
Yeah, that was what the reflection is, taking charge of our own actions and deeds today, as per what Baba is setting as Srimad. That was the reflection that I was sharing, Tejavel.
Yeah, that I think chimes in a bit, but still I was just thinking about what is that condition which Baba. I think that word when you said Rakiben, it hit me in that self sovereign. Because sometimes the language when Baba just gives this condition, it hits. But otherwise, I think this ruling power, uh, it was actually simple because it's just a political power. See, a party which cannot take care of its own people, they'll be thrown out of power. That also we see over here. Okay, now coming to this dharna of purity, Vimesh Bhai, see every dharmatma have got this dharna of purity in them. We know many of them, it's only because of purity, whether it was Christ or whether it was Buddha, they all had this thing of purity in them. And they also had one thing as the two specialities you said, transformation and firmness. So, what is Baba's approach on these people? Because I feel even they are dharmatmas, why they were just stopped as at dharmatma stage, why they were not allowed to become, I don't know, something was missing for me over there, because all these qualities I saw which Baba has listed for authority of religion in every dharmatma, but what is that which didn't make them the future kings of Satyug or something? Even though I have read this book, there's a book called as Exploration of Religions by Ben Conway. There, how each religion, how does it die and then come again and all. But still, I feel they also had these dharnas or virtues of purity and transformation. So, what was that missing link?
So, if I may understand it right, from the golden age to coming as you keep on going down, the kalas also started reducing from 16 kala to 14 kala, 14 kalas to 8 kalas to 0 kalas. So, as the kalas started to go down, the dharnas started to become lesser and lesser, and the more of vices started taking over. That is where the grip of purity and the other virtues and values, the grip over that got loosened. And as we have learned that in Satyug, there were no comparisons because there was no other world. There was no good because there was no bad. So, as the quality of the soul kept on getting depleted with passing time, it started becoming more and more challenging, where the kings had challenges in handling the kingdom because they had challenges handling their own selves, and the power was started to use in inappropriate directions. So the power was given, but the power wasn't executed in the right manner. So here, when we come back to the confluence age under the sustenance and canopy of Baba's learnings, we are getting an opportunity to look at and reflect at all the depletion that has happened with passing time, and to get ourselves and constitute ourselves to get back there who we originally were. That is what I think uh, out of the question that you've asked.
Om Shanti, Yogesh bhai.
Yes, brother. Yes, brother.
I'll just add one reflection here about Gija sister's question that we just see these religious souls, religious leaders, various religions. Take example of, suppose for example, Sikh religion. If you go to Harmandir Sahib, the Golden Temple, there you will find that Akal Takht, that what is there, that that soul, all these gurus, Sikh gurus, they have the power even more than on that of a king. They are, that is considered as a sarkar, authority, which gives the ruling, and every devotee soul follows that order. And if you see Christianity, there is a Vatican City where there is Pope, and whatever Pope says is to be followed. Just like even more than a power of a king, if I must say. So it's not that the religious leaders who were so pure and but they also underwent sato, yes, as Ramesh bhai brought out, sato pradhan, sato rajo, rajo pradhan, rajo, and all that. Rajo pradhan, tamo pradhan. That stage it will go. That every soul passes through these stages. Now, religious leaders they come in the later part, right? Later part when Dwapar Yuga starts. But it's not that they do not get the status of a king. They get the status of even more than a king. But in the Dwapar age, not in the Satyuga. Satyuga only Brahmin souls who are self-sovereign in the confluence age. That is the point. That's the key point. Time is now. The right time is now when we are self-sovereign now on of our own mind, intellect, and sanskars. What I want to think, I will think that only. What I want to say, I will say those words only. And whatever I will act, I'll do those act only as per the Shriman. So that is a great power which we are accumulating right now. And this power will give the result of being a sovereign, the emperor world of the world, from the 111 of the Kalpa. So this was my reflection. This is my reflection that it is we are we are the the foundation of even the religious souls. We are the foundation. Those religious souls are also taking gyan right now somewhere, but that stage will not be that of you, of us, we Brahmin children. Om Shanti.
What I feel is, Vimesh Bhai, as the brother had said, yeah, they had something somewhere down the line, as you also said, a falling down of in the degrees of virtues. But I still feel they held the world when there was lawlessness, each sing. But I think as I was listening to you, I just got a reflection that, see, self glorification. what happened? They established themselves as D and D, that is capital THE, DONE1, D1. They forgot the source. So the source was forgotten from where they came down, and then there was self glorification. So they became like what to say, it's only me and all. But still, there were some of the Dharmatmas who always said, connect to the source, connect to the source. But I. And secondly, I feel they never took responsibility for all those people. I shall take you, they say, of course, Christ says, you come down, I shall take you to heaven and all. So maybe even that returning home back together, all, only those people who believed in what they said in that path could follow them. Maybe I think that was as Ombai said, the authority of religion of ours is a slightly different because it includes all. It just doesn't include the one who got. I don't. I think it's still. I would like to churn on it. Om Shanti.
Interesting.
So in today's Murli, the two major aspects which Baba brought out is one is about the ruling. If we are ruling our own self right now at the confluence stage in the presence of the Almighty Authority, we will ensure that we have inculcated all the virtues as Vimeshwai brought out, and also all the powers, and which will be a Avinashi Prapti for the entire Kalpa. We'll be always the torch bearers and the Sun Dynasty. Like we'll claim the Sun Dynasty. Uh, and second is the power of purity, power of dharna, that not only we make ourselves virtues, but we, with the power of purity, the radiance which we exuberate from our stage will ensure that the environment, the souls which are in that environment, pure environment, will also get transformed. That's how you create subjects, and that's how you are king, and other souls get transformed through your stage, so they are your subjects. That's the subtle creation which is happening right now. And I think that's the basis for the entire Kalpa. You
Hmm.
always have a hero heroine role. Hero influences every other act and every other scene and every other uh, script, and your script influences every other script. Every other script is built around your script and your role. So that's the key difference and major difference. These two aspects have been brought out. Om Shanti.
Yes, what you wrote, Girjaben, that every Dharmatma had a wonderful role to play. So they did get an opportunity to be kings of the kingdom, but they forgot the source and didn't guarantee salvation because the power, the glamour, if I may say, for a lack of a better word, of being the king took over. So being in power was being more than a responsibility. It became more of leniency to fulfill your vices.
Also,
And
just 1 minute reflection, Vimsh bhai,
yeah,
is that difference between the religious leaders and we children is a subtle difference in the degree of soul consciousness. We,
yeah,
this
mm,
Adi Sanatan Devi, the deity religion, is 100% soul conscious religion. It's a rule, it's the foundation of all other religions. Other religions, what happened is it's based on the sects and the group of people came together and followed certain principles. That there was an element of body consciousness there, that we will follow these rituals and we will observe these, like in Sikh there are 5Ks and all that. So they are actually there it was meant to be promoting the spirituality, but somehow down the line it became just a ritual, you know and just so that there is a body conscious, there's a religion of the body, bodily religions. So that's a very big difference between uh, the Adi Sanatan Devi Devta Dharam and the other dharam. So accordingly the attainments, accordingly the status. So that I just want I'll bring out. There's a difference. Those religions also, they observe brahmacharya, celibacy, everything, but not. But what about the thought level? Thought level, words and actions. They try, but here we are children of God. Here we are getting the inheritance as it is, pure form. 100% soul consciousness is our goal. That's how it becomes our natural state here. So that's the religion, ultimate religion, which is foundation of all other religions. In the Kalpraksha also you can see where are we and where are they. They are in some branches, but we are at the root, seed stage.
so brother, the on the basis of what you were sharing, what I could get is that uh, the Sanatan Dharma that was there, the accordance of that was forgotten, and it all started becoming according to me, and then new rules and new uh, uh, practices were taken to suit the convenience, and that is where the gap in
Correct.
high level of uh, practicing the accordances of the Sanatan Dharma were kind of getting silted and getting depleted, and that's what has allowed to reach where it has reached. Right? Okay. So, in the interest of time, let's take a couple of minutes now in silence to go through all the learnings and all the values that have been contributed inside the churning, and let us let it settle with us, within us. Let's observe silence for a couple of minutes. Okay. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, everyone. We connect tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Om Shanti.